everyone. I'm back at it on the 55 again today, and I'm pretty much ready to just bolt the body onto the chassis. But one thing that's holding me back is that gear whining noise that we all heard when I test ran the motor. And I've checked pretty much everything I can and read a lot of information online, and from what I'm gathering, it's either going to be the adjustable timing gear that's on the P-pump, or it's going to be the aftermarket timing gear case that was sold to me for a 12 valve. So I went ahead and sourced an original 12 valve case, and I've got it all painted here. And what we're going to have to do today is remove the P-pump, remove the cam, and install this new used timing case in place of our new timing case, and see and hope and pray that it fixes our problem. So let's get started tearing the motor down. Well, to get to taking the timing case off, we have to take off pretty much everything. We're gonna have to strip the intake horn, the P-pump, injection lines. We'll have to take off the rockers. We'll have to go get some wooden dowels so that we can hold the lifters up while we pull the cam. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I think we can get it done in a few hours here, minus running to the store for some dowels. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got the cover off, and our next step is going to be to bar the motor over with our tool here that attaches to the flywheel. And what we're going to do is line up the marks on the crankshaft gear and the cam gear, and then we'll make a mark from the pump gear to the cam gear, so that when we put it all back together, the timing will be the same, and we won't have to go through the extra few minutes to reset the timing. Alright, just to let everybody know, with a short socket and a swivel and a very long extension, you can reach the bottom bolt and the top bolt as well. Let's see if I can get this out and show you how to reach the top bolt. Stick it down in from here and then twist it back to here, and I was able to break it loose. And I got the oil supply line disconnected. Basically all I need to do now is rotate that engine over and make our markings. Then we'll remove the gear off of the P-pump. I'm not 100% sure if I'll have to remove the hub for the adjustable gear in order to remove it from the case. I hope not, because I don't have an extra washer, lock washer, but we'll find out in a minute. Okay, we got this mark as straight as I think it's gonna get, and went ahead and threw a couple marks over here. Now pull off these Allen bolts here, remove this gear, and see what we're looking at. We got some good news. I'm not going to have to take off the hub because it will fit through the case. Here's the gear. We'll set that down on the table and get that pump removed. Remove the pump right now. I think everything's unbolted. There it is. Let's set it down. All right, so far we got the pump off, front cover, pump gear, lines, and now we need to remove the push rods and the rockers so that we can jam these 1/2-inch wooden dowels into the lifters, pull them off the cam, and then we can remove the camshaft. So let's get started. All right, I got all the rockers off, I got the push rods out. I have my 1/2-inch dowels here, and I went ahead and threw them in my drill and ran them real quick on my belt sander to taper the edges slightly so they go into the lifters a little easier. I'm thinking I probably should remove the tappet cover just to make double sure that everything is hooking up and, you know, pulling up off the cam, and that way we won't have any mistakes. My dowels set in here now. I bought two 48-inch sticks and I cut them into 12-inch pieces, and just to let y'all know, that was not enough. I'm 3 short. I'm gonna have to go back to the hardware store. Actually, I'm 4 short, not 3. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the hardware store and pick up another 48-inch stick. So if you're gonna be doing this, you need 3 48-inch pieces of 1/2-inch dowel. And once they're in there, you kind of just wiggle them around until you feel it go to the center of the lifter, and just start tapping it nice and gently, and you'll feel it start to sink in. And I can actually see it moving a pretty substantial amount. And then once you lift it, you'll feel that it really has some weight to it, and the lifter's definitely in there pretty good. So we're definitely gonna pull the tappet cover to make sure we're not knocking any wood chips in there. But other than that, we'll get these hammered down and run to the store, that other piece, and get this cam pulled out. Now that I got all my dowels hammered into the lifters, I'm gonna go ahead and take this pack of rubber bands that I bought and use it to hold them up. So what you do is just pull each one up as high as it'll go. Don't pull it too hard. And the rubber band will hold them up. I like to double it up to give it some tension. 1, 2. Okay, so we've rotated the engine from the flywheel to expose these 2 bolts, and that's the camshaft retainer. We're gonna go ahead and break them loose and take them off and pull the cam out. Okay, so I am running a mechanical fuel injection pump, and basically it's an upgraded version that is capable of supporting 650 horsepower, but that's not really too important. Just need to get this thing removed so that the cam will slide out. And there we go. Okay. Now, there it is. Nice and easy. Right. Yes, sir. Just a little bit more. Go. There we go. All right. All right, here we go, new timing case. All right, cool. Actually, I've read online people say use Loctite on a lot of these bolts, and I didn't have any problem with these inside ones being loose, but a lot of the ones on the timing cover were, and I'm not really surprised considering how much this engine rattles, you know, and vibrates as it's running. So I'm gonna grab some blue Loctite. Okay, I was having a couple of background issues, but I think I got it figured out. Let's see if this thing still whines. Would you look at that? There's no more gear whines, so obviously those Chinese 12-valve gear cases are garbage. Don't use them. And with that, we'll be going ahead and getting the body drop back on this thing very soon, and figure out some seats and the brake pedal and clutch. Until next time.